All right, Jordan, while you're setting up your setup, let us know what we're gonna do. Sunglasses on, blocking out the haters.
So we're getting everything organized because we have 2 days to maybe 3 days to weld this entire roof rack up, and that's pretty much unheard of. But we're gonna do it anyway. And the more organized we are, the less we screw up. And that's the plan thus far.
We'll explain the dimensions when we get to it. It's gonna all get put up on top of our bus, and it's gonna go from the back to the front. And from the back, we have our wood deck. Here we have our storage area for like kayaks and our luggage bins. And then in the front, our solar panels. Okay, so here's the thing that we're trying to do. We are getting the bar stock ready and the square tube ready so that we can make sure that it's perfectly vertical and not angled when it goes on our curved roof. So what Jordan's doing is he's measuring to make sure that we want this vertical and perfectly vertical because the roof is curved, so you can see this very slight shadow. There's a gap down here, and there's gonna be a metal plate that sits underneath it. Well, we have to cut this at an angle this way so that when the plate is under it, it sits flat on that plate and then goes straight up. So the way we did that was we got it level with this vertically, laid this on the roof at the point that it's gonna touch so it's flat, and then marked a line. We're gonna cut on that same line so that the plate going this way will sit flat. We'll show you how that looks in a second. We're gonna cut it.
Good, that didn't work because I forgot to bevel the edges.
Cool. You just do it.
I'll show you what the heat does. Sometimes it does it less, sometimes it does it more. But...
Yeah, that's butter. Just finished the second leg, and it looks really good. Good job, Jordan, our professional welder. Jordan does roof racks for like Jeeps and stuff like that, so this is definitely his biggest job. Is that correct?
I'd say so.
By like maybe 10, 15 feet. So something new for all of us, but Jordan is a good welder, and we've seen his work, and we're very excited to see how this turns out.
So Sam, what are you doing here?
Working.
So Ryan, what are you doing?
Punching some pilot hole.
So what Ryan's doing is he's taking this punch and he's punching this right where we're gonna drill the hole so that the drill bit has something to sit into so it doesn't slide all over this when you try and drill it.
What you want is you want the thinnest lip possible so that the front of this remains flat, but then everything else you want to curve or angle in, and that way you still have a flat surface, but you have plenty of room for the weld to bond to. And that's exactly what you want.
You'd make someone who does this professionally proud, very proud.
Now we're gonna watch Sam bevel the metal. All right, Jordan, can you describe what we're about to do?
So what we're doing here is we're using these right angle clamps to make perfect 90-degree angles. So when we weld these up, everything's nice and square.
Yeah, you're good. So what I'm doing here is we are grinding down the metal from our welds so that it is perfectly flat, and you paint it, it'll look like just one solid piece of metal and not have the like seam that comes with welding.
You know how perfect that is? You can still see the Sharpie mark on the frayed out.
So we just finished the final piece to the entire back half of the roof rack. It's the handrail that runs from about 4 inches off the roof deck all the way around. So it's gonna keep us from falling off of the roof when we're up there just sitting or sleeping. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna grind these edges down so they're perfectly smooth. And after that, we're going to attach it to our roof rack. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take this roof rack and flip it upside down and then balance it on this pipe. And because our measurements are so exact that these little tabs, even though they're so small, they will balance perfectly on this pipe, and then we're gonna weld it in place. So that's the next step, and we'll show that.
Holy.
Not expect that.
I did. That is amazing.
Wow. That is sexy.
I'd say I did a pretty good buffing job. Yeah, kick and smack my camera. Our Safari Basket rooftop deck is complete, minus the welds. I love the 90 degree here and the 90 degree here. We were thinking about originally bending it, and besides that costing a lot more money, the 90s match up really nice. It's almost perfect. Oh, it is perfect.
You were right. The 90s look way better.
So we just finished up welding the back end of our roof deck. It's going to be where the wood sits. The wood's gonna run this way in the frame. We're thinking about using, my grandpa has reclaimed cedar poles from telephone poles or electrical poles that he's been planing down. So those are gonna go inside these little channels that we have. And it's gonna sit, they're gonna be the exact same height, so it's gonna sit flush with the top edge, and they're gonna sit in here and run down the length of the roof rack. This is the second half. It is much larger by about like 5-ish feet. And this is what's gonna be holding all of our storage, kayaks, our solar panels, and there's gonna be a catwalk in the center to get to the solar panels and our storage. To finish this front part of the deck, the only things left are welding in these perpendicular pieces. They're gonna hold our metal grate. It's actually a really, really nice grate. So both roof decks are finally done. We're extremely excited to begin like painting them up. So the process for painting them, and we ended up choosing a semi-gloss black, which is essentially a satin black. We went with Rust-Oleum again because it works so well on our metal roofs, the metal roof of the bus when we painted it white. So we're going with this high-performance protective enamel semi-gloss black. Right now, the metal comes with all this weird gunk on it. It's like black, it's slimy, it's oiled up because it protects it from rust, and what it ends up doing is, this is gonna block the paint. So what you have to do, you have to wipe it down with mineral spirits to clear the oil off. And then you have to take one of these Brillo pads and scrub it down so that you take all of the black off, so it's almost shiny metal. It won't ever be this shiny, but it'll be a mixture of these two. And then you have to rub it down with the mineral spirits again to clear all of that off. And finally you can begin painting. It's that simple. So we just finished painting both roof racks, human for scale. It's 2 a.m. and Ryan and I have to wake up at 5:30 a.m. to go to work, so that's always good. We haven't painted the grate yet because it's stainless steel, so that can wait a little bit longer. But yeah, the semi-gloss black looks really good. And then painted.
Alright guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Feel free to subscribe below if you want to see more content from us. Please follow us on Instagram at The Voyager Project, and we'll see you next time.